In a faraway land, there lived a renowned scientist named Professor Alden. He was known for his intellect and contributions to the world of science, but had grown old and weary. One evening, he hosted a grand symposium in his laboratory, inviting distinguished researchers, influential leaders, and his most devoted apprentice, Leo. The gathering was meant to celebrate scientific discoveries and honor those who contributed to the advancement of knowledge. The night was filled with discussions on groundbreaking innovations, while an esteemed storyteller, Eleanor, was invited to narrate tales of wisdom and enlightenment. As the event progressed, Professor Alden, wanting to make the night more engaging, handed Leo a bag of rare gems and instructed, "Whenever you find Eleanor's story thought-provoking, reward her with these gems." Eleanor began recounting a tale of human perseverance, weaving profound truths into her words. The guests listened attentively, enchanted by her storytelling. As the hours passed, the event stretched deep into the night. A technician, responsible for managing the laboratory's light projection system, grew drowsy and began to nod off. Eleanor, noticing this, understood that if Professor Alden saw the technician sleeping, he might be reprimanded. To subtly awaken him, she spoke a compelling phrase. "The night fades, time slips away. What is left shall soon be gone. Will you let your purpose drift into the void?" The technician immediately snapped to attention, his mind jolted awake by the weight of her words. The room fell into silence, as those present absorbed the deep meaning behind the phrase. Suddenly, Leo, overwhelmed by a newfound realization, walked up to Eleanor and placed the entire bag of rare gems at her feet. "This is my offering to you," he declared. The daughter of a visiting diplomat, Isabella, who had been listening intently, removed her prized family heirloom, a sapphire pendant, and placed it before Eleanor. "This is my gift to you," she said, her eyes reflecting newfound wisdom. Professor Smith, deeply moved, stood up and took off the Medal of Honor he had worn for decades, a symbol of his life's achievements. "You have given me a clarity I have never known," he said, bowing his head with respect as he placed the medal before Eleanor. The entire room was in shock. Professor Alden, puzzled yet intrigued, asked, "What is happening? Have you all lost yourselves to mere words? What power does this single phrase hold that you abandon your treasures so easily?" Leo stepped forward and spoke, his voice filled with sincerity. "Professor, you have given me everything, your knowledge, your mentorship, and your trust. Yet, tonight, I was prepared to betray you. I had been plotting to take credit for your life's work and present it as my own. I wanted to surpass you by any means necessary. But Eleanor's words opened my eyes. Why should I stain my soul with deceit when time itself will give me a fair chance to prove my worth? That is why I give away my gems, because tonight I have received something far more valuable." Isabella then spoke, her voice trembling. "I had decided to leave my home, to run away from the expectations my family placed upon me. I resented the weight of duty and longed for freedom. But when I heard Eleanor's words, I realized that acting in haste would not bring me true peace. My responsibilities, when met with patience and wisdom, will lead me to greater fulfillment. That is why I place my pendant before her, for she has given me a lesson greater than any possession." Professor Alden stood in stunned silence. He turned to Leo. "From this moment forward, you shall be the one to carry forth my legacy with integrity and honor." Then he turned to Isabella. "Follow your path with patience, and you shall find freedom not by running away, but by shaping your own destiny." Finally, Professor Alden sighed and said, "As for me, I will step away from this world of recognition and return to the pure pursuit of knowledge, away from the influence of society. I will dedicate my remaining days to the wonders of science, not for accolades, but for the truth. Eleanor, watching this profound transformation unfold, stood in quiet contemplation. A simple phrase, spoken from her heart, had changed lives in an instant. She, too, began to reflect on her own path. For years, she had told stories to inspire others, but she had never truly lived by the wisdom she shared. With a firm resolve, she decided that from this moment forward, she would devote herself to deeper learning and self-discovery, embracing the wisdom she once only spoke of. Moral of the story: time waits for no one. Every passing moment brings us closer to the end. Instead of wasting life on things that will not matter in the long run, use the remaining time wisely. Make decisions that will bring you peace, honor, and fulfillment. Do not let impulsive actions stain your life. Choose the right path before it's too late. So, believe, grow, and inspire. Nothing can stop you. This story is to fuel your day. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed.